I think one of the better duelists in EMEA out of like every team. I would say I'm like top two, but this also has to do with the team. Like my team supports me a lot. They do like everything for me pretty much, and I just try and use it in any way I can to help us as a team.
Hey guys, this is Pedro, and I'm back with a brand new interview again covering VCT EMEA Kickoff. I'm here accompanied by runner of Team Vitality, who just come off of a 2-0 win over Gentlemates in their first series of the season. And so, runner, like I said before, thank you so much for taking the time. I mean, like, it's your debut in VCT EMEA. First time playing on the big leagues on the big stage. Um, start just to start this off. How are you taking in this whole experience? What's the feeling like for you making your debut right now?
I mean, I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy we won. It's my first VCT game, as you said, and it was amazing, I would say. I started off like I felt the nerves, but as soon as a little bit of time went by, I just got used to it, and yeah, I love the environment. I loved everything about it.
Yeah, I was just about to say about nerves and stuff. Were you very nervous? Were you like somewhat nervous heading into this first match for you, or anything like that?
I didn't feel like I was nervous, but when first map started, I was like, I felt something, and I felt something was off during like during until the end of the first map. But it was like nearing the end when I got back into my own self, and I just felt good after that.
Was there like any like discussions or like there's something like click for you in your head that kind of made you just return to your normal self?
I mean, I just was talking with my teammates, and I realized that I was playing like too far back. I was giving them too much space. I was giving them too much respect, stuff like that, and that was the only problem. Like I just thought in my head, like you're better than them. Just play how you used to play, and everything else went by.
Yeah, and everything did happen after that, especially on the second map in which you finished with tied with Sender for the most kills in the map with 23. And yeah, it definitely showed, especially in the second half, in which you were basically present at wherever the opposing team was trying to like advance in the map towards your position. You were always there, just stopping them in their tracks. And talk to me about that second map. What was that? How did that second map happen from your perspective?
I think after the first game, we went into second map like even more comfortable, and we just felt good. I remember we lost the first bot and we lost the second round, but we just felt like our usual selves. We just kept going. We didn't really care. We knew that if we all played together, we would beat them. And I don't know, the game just went by really fast for me. It was just round by round by round, and then it was like we won, and it was just like a normal day of practicing.
Yeah, and it ended in a W for you, and a very good debut performance also for you in consideration. And it's a good cap to your first week playing for Vitality officially. And of course you are one of the new members that joined Vitality. And I want to know, you also had your experience competing in Tier 2, competing in the East Surge League with Diamant Esports. And so, talk to me about your experience transitioning from Tier 2 to Tier 1 with Vitality. What do you feel was the biggest like obstacles or biggest things that you like the most from your transition between both levels? What was that like?
I mean, I would say like biggest obstacle was actually learning the game how to play it because like when I joined Team Vitality, when I started practicing, uh, I I realized that I had knew nothing about the game, and that is when like Sala, my coach, and my seniors, Sender and Safe especially, they helped me out just get better in general. I was learning how to position better, what to do, stuff like that. Like it was just getting better at everything in general. And I don't know, I feel like I've changed in last couple of months more than I've changed ever since I started playing the game. I've improved a lot, and I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful to them for that.
Of course, of course. What kind of things would they tell you, like when it comes to studying on the game and just helping you improve your individual play as a duelist? What kind of things would your teammates slash coaches would tell you?
I mean, when to take space, when you don't need to take space. Like all my mistakes, even like the thing is with me, I can take like criticism really good, and I just openly like in this team we have everything. We talk about everything openly, so every single mistake I did, even if it's like the smallest mistake, someone would call it out, and I would rewatch VOD. I would fix that mistake instantly, stuff like that, and it just in general after time playing and playing, it just got better. And yeah, now I'm here, but I've still got a lot to learn, I would say.
Of course, of course. What about learning from Safe in particular? Because Safe was the duelist for Team Liquid, the Team Liquid squad that won EMEA, the EMEA League last season. So, has there been any pointers that you've been learning from Safe alone? You know, anything that he's been teaching you on how to handle your role in particular?
Yeah, if I had a problem with something, like Safe was there, I could always just come to him and ask him, and I did that a lot of times. I would just literally ask him, yo, what should I do in this position? What should I have done here? What would you do? Stuff like that, because for me, he's like top, I would say, three player in the world. He's really good what he does, and he would he would always be there for me. He was super helpful, and he just helped in any way he can to make me better, and I'm really grateful to him for that.
Of course, and it's also besides that you've been able to get to this position, you know, developed as an individual to the level of a tier one player, and that is very commendable in your own right. So when you look at your progression from the start of your career up until now, what do you feel made? What do you feel was the biggest cause for you to just grow at such a pace to be where you currently are right now in Team Vitality?
I mean, first off, it was just playing the game in general. You have to play the game a lot to understand it, to understand all the agents, how they all work, stuff like that. But the other part is just constantly working on improving something. Like even if it's some small detail, just work on it until you fix it or get better at it, and then move on to the other things, stuff like that. Because you cannot improve at everything at once. It's hard. You cannot do that. And yeah, just constantly focus on improving, and don't like, I would say, don't let maybe your ego get in the way. It's good to have ego sometimes, but you have to know when to chill down a bit and listen to others and take in like opinions from others. That's the most important thing. If you're closed minded, you're not gonna improve.
A few more questions. Given the fact that EMEA is pretty loaded in terms of duelist players, at the top level, where do you feel you rank yourself, against the rest of the other people within your role at this moment in time? You know, do you feel that you're at the top or at the middle or maybe I'm not saying at the bottom, but maybe at the bottom?
I mean, for myself, I definitely think I'm at the top. Like, I think one of the better duelists in EMEA out of like every team. I would say I'm like top two. But this also has to do with the team. Like my team supports me a lot. They do like everything for me pretty much, and I just try and use it in any way I can to help us as a team. But yeah, I believe in myself. I believe I'm one of the better duelists because I mean, I don't know. I've just been playing, and my team has been telling me how much I've improved, even if I didn't notice it, stuff like that. So I just have belief in myself.
Yeah, and I can say as well, you know, that you definitely improved so far in this match by itself. So, and hopefully that can continue for the future. runneR, thank you so much for taking the time and doing this interview with me. I really appreciate it, and best of luck goes to you in the future.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you.